Hi everyone, I am Margourtarotreader, and today we're doing a personal reading for a client that will represent the sign of Taurus. And we also have a pieces and questions. Please understand that this is a personal reading. It is the energies and predictions of the client and the client's inquiries of the other people. Prior to the recording, I call onto the universe with your personal information and whoever else you have in question here. Again, because my clients remain private at all times, whether it's a ritual or a reading. There will be moments of silence every now and then when I'm reading. It is when I'm transcending to your spirit guides so they can start passing on the messages that I need to pass on to you. Now, I want to thank you for choosing me and for you for letting me help you and find a way into your path in this earthly world as well as in spiritual. Please understand, and I will apologize in advance if I say anything that may be offensive to you when I'm doing the readings, when I'm predicting the energies. So sometimes, according to what it is I'm sensing, that's the tone that it will come out. I will do my best not to, but it is what it is. Those are the energies, okay? Now, also let me say that when predictions, and you've watched my channels before you inquire for my help, when it comes to predictions, understand that certain predictions can and are allowed to change to an extent. Other predictions cannot and will not be changed because it is the path that you have to take in this earthly world with the people in question as well. Okay? But if I say anything in reference to certain situations, it is also to give you some type of warning that you can adjust that energy if you align yourself emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and physically all in once, and try to see if you can change those energies and see if the universe can allow you to do so. For example, if I see a quarrel, an argument, and so, then that means it's a warning that you can adjust that energy. So when it comes to hand, you can either avoid it, distance yourself, or learn to accept it in a different manner so it wouldn't be as damaging. Okay? Now, I will start off on the first spread. Normally, the first spread is to the most recent energy into the next 3 to 4 months. It could even be 3 days, 3 weeks, or 3 months. Okay? And then we'll move on forward. Sometimes in all the reading, it predicts mainly between as in the recent past to a year. Sometimes it will even take more than a year. Sometimes it predicts actually more. It just depends on the energies that we are facing in and how do we accept and align ourselves. Okay? And if when certain predictions are already coming about, yes, you can always come back for a reading to update on those things. And if you change certain energies of the way you're conducting yourself in reference to the predictions, if you change certain things of your environment, then that would also change certain predictions as well. Okay, now take a deep breath, sweetie, and call on to your name 3 times and that person that you have in mind once. I will look at you first, and I, of course, see that energy for the pieces, and I will see him on the second spread as well, more in details. Thank you, guys. Let's see. You're very much into your head. You're wondering what direction to take. You want to know, should I or shouldn't I? And then sometimes I feel that you up and go, that you want to leave, that you want to, but something stops you. Something keeps you in the way there on hold. And mainly that is your fear. I feel that you come up with the excuses and say, no, I can't because I'm afraid, I'm scared, and then also because of your children, right? But understand that sometimes when we want to do some changes and we're just not ready to let go spiritually, we find excuses. And then also it just depends how long you've been attached to this person, how long you've been married to this person. That will cause you to still be in a block, especially if you depend on that person for everything, that they will hold you down. Okay? Well, you think that they would, but it's actually us that we hold ourselves down. Okay? I would suggest this. If you haven't done it already, start saving hidden money. Okay, start saving some money. Yes, some people do it in their accounts, but mostly it's cash. You hide cash in case you need to do some type of movements. You have to. Now also, if you need to leave, I feel that you do. But in order for you to do that, have some cash with you and go rent any apartment, even if it's a 1 bedroom, go rent it out. And then later you'll have enough time to do anything else. But you have to sneak out some money in order for you to get an apartment. And efficiency or 1 bedroom, I don't care, just find something. And then if you feel that it's not as complicated within the home, then you can little by little start moving things out of that home into that apartment. And the reason why I say that, because if for example, if we've been married with someone for so long, we find it so difficult to move past that relationship and that attachment to it. We get used to what we have with that person, whether it's good or whether it's bad. And so that makes it more difficult for us to let go and be on our own, right? So then sometimes that would be one of the things that I would recommend. Take that movement to change little by little, adjusting to that independence that you need. As a Taurus, you are very much up high in that nature. And for some reason, this water sign has kept you down in a moment of whatever might have happened in your childhood or in as you grew up. It made you feel that attachment toward this person, okay? Drain your energy. And so you're feeling like you can't any longer, okay? And you feel that you need to. Now, I feel that this person is very obsessive, over possessive with you. And I feel that as long as he can control you, he can have whatever he wants, whoever he wants, okay? He can do and you cannot. Let me just say this, that by any means, if he has been disrespectful to you and to your children, physically, emotionally, verbally, the relationship cannot function. I don't care how much they beg you. I don't care how much they say they've changed or they will change or they will do. It doesn't matter. When someone does something to you for the first time and you allow it, it gives them the right of way to use you and abuse you in all levels, okay? But now more than ever, I feel that what you need to do is take action, only because it's your life also in stake, but also those children, and they're learning that behavior and that pattern, and that's what they eventually come, or worse, okay? And then they become either abusive or be abused. So yes, you do need to move. You do need to find a way out, okay? You were very short on your comments and on your email, but that's fine. Normally, I ask the clients to be specific on their situations, only because I allow the energies to manifest and your spirit guides to open up. So when you open up to me, it is the giveaway for your energies to be open with me. But believe it or not, even in that short comment you made, I can sense you very loud and clear. You're ready. You want that out. You want to be out. Now, since this first spread, it is for you, I will tell you this much. You're hiding. Why are you hiding? Okay. I'm not going to put pause on the video because it's very specific, the prediction that I see here, okay? And when I find it, I'll let you know what it is. But give me 1 second here. Yes, I could put pause on the video, but I'm not going to. I see you. Okay, that's why. You feel like you're overshadowed by him. You feel like you can't move a block. You can't move anything without his permission. You feel like he controls everything that you do or say. Now, whether it's physically in the actual physical form, it's one thing, but the other thing can be either the way that you're feeling toward this marriage, toward this person in this relationship. Now, I feel that you're scared to even confide in someone because you are ashamed of how long this been going on or how long you've been taking this. Now, understand that it even comes to the best of us to be in such stage, to be in such mentality where they they give us that sense of being hopeless, without an end mean, and then we have no choice but to continue staying that. Know and understand that it's not your fault with what you're going through. I don't give a damn what you've done, whether or not, for example, because this is not you, for example, to each his own, right? Whether you cheated, whether you don't cook, whether you don't, I don't care. Men or women, whoever is the one abusing, they always find a way to link something and make you feel ashamed or make you feel at fault for their behavior when it's their own doing, when it's their own way of living or lived. And so therefore they carried it on. Okay. You need to find the strength. You need to find it within yourself and the wisdom. And it takes baby steps. Sometimes we want to, and I feel that you've been in that stage for years now, that you want to leap out, that you want to take off, that you want to leave, and it holds you back. It takes you back, right? But to think it's a big step. To start analyzing and taking action, it's a tremendous step to do so. But it's, again, baby steps, and you will do so eventually, okay? Now, take the advices I give you however way you think it fits best for you. But if I say that you must, then you must. I feel that no one should be taking anything from anybody at all, because it is your self-worth that he's dragging. And whether he knows it or not, it does not matter. Who cares what he thinks, how he thinks, why he does what he does? Who cares at this moment? What matters right now, and I always tell people, as my client, you matter to me. You come first. It is my interest, as always, that my client's priority comes first. Their well-being comes first, because physically and spiritually we are one. So I need to align you in the best way possible to that direction. And especially when you have loved ones, and especially when you have children, I have to find a way to get you to that point, because we are all worth having happiness and love and joy, and without any worries whatsoever. And we need to pass that on to our children, right? So we'll get there. Okay. Now, so here eventually you're going to try to leave this man again. I don't know, and I say again because I feel that you tried at one point, who knows how many times, whether it was physically or literally, in the sense of you probably are having sleepless nights and things like that, wondering how or why or what is he capable and things like that. The thing is that I'm not sure if he has threatened you in reference to leave you empty or leave you without the kids and things like that. You're so much worried about these things. What you need to do is play it cool. Do not show any fear. Do whatever it is you do at home, clean, cook, whatever, and just manually continue the same pace you've been doing so with this man, so he will continue to think that he has you under his control. If he is abusive, and let me say this, there are cameras that you can put without him knowing in the bedroom, in the living room, plugins. Yes, whoever is watching, you know I'm it. I don't give a damn. I will tell you how to do it. Get some digital cameras, tiny ones from Amazon, you name it. Go and get them, and plug them in. Once you're ready for bed, leave that plug in there. So if he does anything, it's in that piece of camera. Install a camera in a toy. I don't give it. If you could do it in his ass, wouldn't that be perfect? But so that way you can record everything that he does or say to you. If you are frightened that you don't want to file for a police report, because normally that's what happens a lot of the times. People don't know that they get abused within their marriage or relationships, whether you're married or single or whatever. As long as you have some type of person that is being abusive, most of the time people don't want to say it out loud. They're ashamed because they feel guilt. They feel it's their fault. For whatever reasons, they don't want to say it, right off the back. It takes hard unless somebody else sees you getting hurt physically, then the police will be called out. But there are thousands and millions of women and men that get abused and nobody even knows, and then things happen, and then they're like, oh, that couldn't happen because the person showed to be a different personality. Again, an abuser or someone that is depressed shows the opposite of what is going on. So find a way to record these things. Okay, yes, save money, get a camera, and then start making a note, a journal of some kind. If you cannot keep that book in the home environment, there are a number of ways that you can hide this book. Just log in daily things that are happening, or whatever's going on within that environment. Log it in and hide that book. I don't know. Let me see. Where can you hide it? Where can you hide it that he's not going to look? Maybe in the kids' room, under a sofa. I don't know. Somewhere where you feel that he will not find this log. And don't have a big book. Have a small one, and then write small, so it will be better for you to hide it. Or just open a safe box, and then you can leave those things there. And if you order certain things and you cannot have them mailed to the house, then get a P.O. box. Okay, get a P.O. box, and then that way you can have these products mailed to that P.O. box, and then use them as you need them. I feel that is something that you must do for the meantime. Okay. Now, you're thinking too much of this person here, of the pieces. You're constantly thinking the mood swings that he has, the things that he says, and I'm not even sure because what I'm sensing, if he's aggressive with you in a lot of levels, including in the sexual atmosphere. Okay. If you feel that you're ashamed because you've done something in the past, like I said, it does not excuse for someone to be abusive of any kind, period. Okay. You should just walk away, or they should just walk away, but that doesn't happen, right? Now, this is your spread. We'll see his. I do feel that it's very difficult for you to make that move and all those things, but I feel that you're not happy anymore in this marriage, and that you want a way out, that you want and wish that you could have to reach to someone. Now, you see, I do feel that you are leaving this man, okay? I do hope that certain advices today, it will stick to you. Eventually, you're going to leave this man, and eventually you will leave that house, because I see it will be. Okay? The thing about this is that you feel that it may not work out for you, and then you feel that you might even come back home. Having said that, that is something that you need to start changing. When I leave for good. And if you leave, see if you can hold out till the beginning of December, because we are in a retrograde situation here. Okay? And so therefore, normally Mercury retrograde will bring a lot of holds for us. We will not act accordingly, during this month of November. And so therefore, you might desire to come back, or you would have to come back for whatever reasons, whether you're forced or not. So this is what I'm saying. You have all this time, if he's not being physically abusive, because I'm doubting that to an extent, which I feel that he has. So if he is not physically abusive, then hold on for this month of November. If he is, then you go tomorrow, then you leave tomorrow. Who cares? Grab some money, grab something that it is that is valuable, that you can pawn, and what have you. What I would say is, depending on his behavior at home with you, you can go straight to the police and file a restraining order, and it doesn't matter whether there's physical proof or not. They have to do it temporarily anyways, to get you away from him. Okay. And then if you cannot trust someone with this because of whatever situation, whether you believe it or not, if they trust that, or if they, then that's fine. But get that money so you can move, okay? Get a hotel or whatever. If you feel that you can hold on to save some money and then go and get an apartment, like I said, and then when you're ready to move, you're ready to move while he's at work. If he's at work, you have plenty of ways to leave. Plenty of ways. Do not let fear hold you at all. You've been living like this for quite a while. It is time to detach. And you will detach. If it's not this year, you will detach. I can tell you that now. Okay? You will find the strength to detach from this person. It may not be easy at first. It never is. But once you detach, you're going to find such peace within yourself, within your own space. It may not be big as the house. It may not be as big as that. But when you have that space, that little corner that is you, and that you can come in and out however you please, it's amazing. Now, because I said about the camera, I need you to let you know that this thing is good not only just for you because it shows what's going on within your home, but it's also for you to protect your children from his behavior. Because what he does with you, he can actually take that against the kids, and vice versa, you do it to the kids as well. Okay? It happens. So yes, I feel that you will end up leaving soon. Okay? I wish to say that it may be even 3 days or 3 weeks, but it could even be up to 3 months even, I would hope that you would do all this changing before this year happens. And again, I would hope that you do them in the first weeks, in the first after November, okay? Because if you do, it will stick. It will not be any going back or any, no, it will stick because we're moving forward with the Mercury retrograde. As a Taurus, you have a lot of changes with the planets and things like that. So if it's not today, I can assure you that eventually you're going to leave this marriage, okay? I feel that you feel that he has been seeing other women, and clearly he has, okay? You feel like you're put in a front for people and things like that, and they don't see truly where you're coming from. And the most things that you're worried about is the income. How are you going to do the income? How are you going to do with the children and things like that? And who they're going to judge me, or they're going to say I'm at fault, or who cares? And even if you have $1 in your pocket, who cares? Just, I know it's hard, it's easy to say, but I know it's very hard and difficult to do. I know that. I have all kinds of clients, so I know. But know that everything takes steps. And also, when you have proof that someone has been physically abusive to you and verbally abusive to you, you have that in record. It will help you tremendously, because I don't care if you've been well off. Let's say if you are living in a marriage that is well-to-do or wealthy, I don't care. But at time in need, if you need to go to get some government help, then damn it, do so, okay? Because you're gonna need it in anything, as long as you get rid of an unhappy marriage, an abusive marriage of any kind. Now, you have suspicious about the person, okay? He must be doing something that is out of the ordinary. So, watch what you eat if he cooks. If he serves you something. If he insists on something, watch what he's insisting on, okay? That's one of the things. Does he has gun at home? Has he threatened you with those things? When he's verbally abusive or physically abusive, how is he physically abusive to you? You did not give me details. I can sense them. But those kind of things is very noticeable on their behavior of what they're going to do. If someone is physically abusive out of nowhere, then you can expect that out of nowhere, they will act worse, okay, than what they've done. But if they confront you before they do something, when it's coming, then you will sense also that whatever that person is about to do will confront you before they literally hurt you more. Okay, I know it's not good to say those things, but it is the reality of how I'm sensing things here. Okay, if you've told someone about this before, I feel that you probably tried to talk to someone that you thought you could trust, but you don't trust them enough. If you don't trust someone that can help you in this situation, then that's fine. Know that I'm here, even through the emails and things like that. I will not only just listen to you, but also advise you in the best way how. Okay, and this is one of the things that I'm not just a reader or a spiritual worker for people. When you are with me as clients and what have you, you are with me for always till you decide to let go, because it is what it is. Okay, and I always tell this to people, if you are and if you find me in my channel, it is because you're being guided by your spirit guides to direct you in the best way possible. And so therefore I feel that you are one of those people. Okay, now I will say think less of this person and focus more on you. Focus on the what's ahead. When it's hard to do, I know it's hard to do, because when you've been in a negative relationship, you can't see past that. You can't see past tomorrow. You can only focus on what was yesterday and today, what's coming, what's happening, right? But even when we think of today, you can still find and start, like we said, baby steps. Within today, find out, well, you know what? Tomorrow is going to be better for me and for my children. Because now I know what I must do and what I am going to do starting tomorrow. For example, when I take my kids to school, I'm going to look around. What's there for lease? What the apartments? And if he keeps record of your details of the phones and messages, then walk into that place and get all the information you need. I cannot tell you this, that sometimes if you go to apartments and you ask to speak to the manager specifically, have one-on-one with the manager of the complex and explain your situation, I can assure you that they will get you that apartment that same day, because that's how good the universe can work for you even. Okay, have faith that if you say to yourself, tomorrow I leave, or tomorrow I'll find a place to go, guess what? You'll find it, because that's how it works. Your determination and your own goodwill to do something good for you and for your children will get you as far as you want to. Okay, you said, well, not caring, you said something, I won't carried away with something else. Well, you know what, it's good that it's not about, not getting carried away about what's out there for later because you asked something. It's about you looking past situations and where you want to be ahead. Okay, so if you feel that success is there, it's there. You may have to work more at it, but it will be there eventually. And there's a lot of ways that you can do. When let's say, for example, if you decide to continue writing or to write, then focus in within that situation, because not only is it good for you, but eventually it will expand out there. Excuse me. Okay, I feel the success is in you, it's in your hands, and you will find that. Okay, sometimes we have slip and slows. At first it may not work, but then you pick up yourself and find the reasons why, and then you continue. Okay, but I do see success for you eventually. I do see you leaving this man eventually. I do see you leaving the house eventually, and you will. Okay, is he going to give you a hard time? Yes, he's going to give you a hard time, but I need you to prepare yourself for these things. I need you to also start gathering evidence, whatever type of evidence you think it is. Again, keep in mind all the things that I said that you can do. Okay, because that would also support you legally as well. Okay, how long you've been married. You've been married over 10 years. Well, then depending on the state that you're in or the country that you're in, after certain years, you are entitled to child support with your children if they're under 18, and also entitled to alimony as well after certain years. So look in that, and spousal support, and depending on the country and state, if you are have any type of proof or evidence or police report that you have been abusive in this marriage, then automatically you get alimony. It doesn't matter how many years you've been with this person. Okay. And so therefore, if you are ready to divorce this person, I feel that you want to leave, but you're debating on a lot of things. But if for now, I feel that the most important thing is to get you out, right? So get out. When you leave, if you're ready to do the divorce situation, then from that day that you sign in and say, I want a divorce, the attorney will take, if you can get check stubs from him, would wonderful, be perfect, because the attorney in that day will start acting out for you, and within that week, he'll process and send for things to be stopped on his checks, to start paying you child support or spousal support, to maintain you as he has maintained you till the time that you go to court. And then things will change or stay as the same. But if he has 401k, whatever it is, it gets stopped, because he will not have a way to get you out of those things legally. If you're married, guess what? Half, right? So those are also things that you can consider if you want to go that way. I feel that the number one thing that you're going to do is probably move. But if you are determined 100% to even divorce, we'll see here, this person, then yes, the best thing will be to get the apartment. When you have the apartment, right at that day that you're moving to that apartment, you go to an attorney and get an attorney. And so that way, that moment, you have the transactions for all these things to start happening. So you will start getting some type of money from his check. So that can start the process. And also, so he won't come around, because sometimes it happens, and it has happened, where the spouse leaves. And so when at the minute that the spouse leaves, the husband goes and put the divorce, or they go out there and delete the person from all kinds of benefits, from insurance, will, you name it. So therefore, if you go to an attorney, the attorney will stop all of those things, will prevent all of those things from happening, preventing from him canceling you from his benefits, insurance, 401k, you name it. Okay? So be aware of that too. Okay. Now, we're going to see him, because I need to know more about him, about his energy, and